In this tutorial, we are going to go ahead and start swapping out our funnel. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get rid of this title right here. These are just titles that's telling you what the funnel is called. You can go ahead and get rid of that. Now, these right here is very self-explanatory. It tells you where the logo goes. All you have to do is go here and press settings and choose your logo. So for this example, we're going to go ahead and use the WordPress logo. And we're going to press upload just like that. Once we like it, we can go ahead and press the check mark box. Now, as you can see, this logo is very, very big. So we want to bring it down a little bit. We'll press the settings, we'll go to design, and we'll go to sizing. As you can see right here, it says 25. We can press these to bring it down, or we can go ahead and drag it down using this. And I think 15 looks pretty good. Press that check mark box, make sure we press save, and then we're done. So since we're in the mobile section, you might see this every so often where it looks good on desktop, but it doesn't look too good on mobile. In order to change this, all we'd have to do is click on the settings, press design, go back to sizing, and this time we want to go ahead and choose that phone right there. Make sure the phone is highlighted in blue. It may not be highlighted like this, so all you have to do is make sure we go over to the highlight section. So go to phone just like that. Make sure it's highlighted. If it doesn't highlight, make sure that another phone is highlighting right here. As you can see, that shows up in case this one doesn't show up. Now this one does show up. So we can go ahead, press on the phone. And now it's what this is saying is that on phones, we want you to be this size instead. So on phones, I want it to be 20. Okay. Press the check mark box and go and press save. You're going to be pressing save a lot, so just do it often just so nothing happens, okay? It's always better to be safe than sorry. Now it looks good on desktop, and now it looks good on mobile. And if you go on the phone, that's exactly how it's going to look. Now, if this looks better to you, you can leave it just like that. Make sure you go over, press save, and now you have a logo that looks good on phone. And you have a logo that looks good on desktop. And as you can see, I disabled it on desktop. So we can go ahead and we can re-enable it. Same thing with the headline. We can go ahead and we can add the headline, whatever you guys want the headline to be called is very self-explanatory. If the headline ever gets too big or too small, you can simply come over here. And the first thing you want to do is you want to tap in this box. Why do you want to tap in here? Because we want to see what headline we want to edit. Okay, as you can see, there's headline 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, if we go ahead and highlight all of these, we can choose to turn it into a different headline. If we want to turn it to headline 3, that's exactly how it's going to look. Okay, therefore, if we go to design, go to headline, as you can see, it's highlighting right here. That means we're on the right path. If we go to headline 1, that's not it. Headline 2, nope. Headline 3, that's it. Okay, that's why it's important to know what headline it is. As you can see, we changed it 3. Now let's change it back to 1, just like that. And if we go over to design, go over to headline, you see it's highlighting, so we're on the right path. If we go to text, is not it. Headline, that's it. Now if we go back to 3, it's not highlighting. 2, nope. 1, it's highlighting. And it's not going to show because we're not on it. So if we go to 3, 2, 1, that's the right one. We can come over here. We can change whatever font we want to change it to. We can change it from bold, whatever we want to change it to. We can choose italic if we want. We can choose all caps if we want. Big and small if we want. Underline if we want, or crossed out if we want to. We can choose the size that we want our headline to be right here. So in case it's too big or too small, you can always change it just like that. We can choose our letter spacing. We can choose our line height. And again, at any point in time you ever wanted to go back, you can always press this right here, and this will just take you back in history, okay, to anything that you might have changed. See how we go in everything that we done there? It's just taking us all the way back, okay, just like that. We can even give our headline some shadows, some depth, just like that, if we wanted to, or nothing. And here is the sizing. We can choose to make our headline smaller, and you can't see it, but it's the sizing is this blue line right here. Okay. It's an invisible blue line, but if we make it smaller, as you can see, this sizing is all that these letters can fit in. All right. So if we ever wanted to make our sizing big, right? That's exactly how it's going to look. If we make it all the way big, sometimes the letters might be on the very edge of the phone, and that's not what we want. So we just want to dial it back just a little bit, around 95, and that looks good just like that. We can make the module on the left, the module on the right, or the module in the middle. And then again, you guys can go through all of these different kind of settings and just test all of it out. Don't be afraid. If you ever mess anything up, you can always press this X button, and anything that you just messed with all goes away. Like it never ever happened. All right. Now, one thing that we might want to do, we can go over to the headline, go to design, and we can go over to the headline color right here. Now we can tap this button here and we can choose whatever color we want to turn it. We can also come over here and change it a little bit lighter. Okay. Or we can go and change it more transparent. All right. Or the next thing we can do is we can choose colors right here, our main basic colors of the rainbow, or we can press these three dots underneath and we can have a whole range of colors already preset for us. Okay. If we wanted to change the buttons, all we would have to do is go here. We can go and change it to buy now. You can put the button link in here, whatever your Amazon link or wherever you want the people to go to. You can choose to open it in a new tab so people can still have your website in the background and open up a new tab, or they can do it on your very same website. We can go to design and we're just going to go to button right here. And yours might be off like this, or it might be on. We can go ahead and just press yes. And now we can choose the button size. We can choose the button, the text color and the border color. We can choose the background. And again, you can always press these three dots and choose more backgrounds. The border width, which is what's around the button. As you can see, that would be the border width. If you do want more border width, you can make it. If you don't want none, just bring it all the way down. The button border radius. So let me just we can just change it like that if we want it to be a circle. If you guys can't see it, let me change the button color back. We'll change the button color blue. And this is the radius. The more you change it, the more circle it be. The less, the more box it'll be. Okay. You can have a perfect medium, something like that if you wanted to. And the button letter spacing. All right. And you can choose the button font. You can choose the button weight, italics, straight up and down, underneath, or crossed out. All right. Now, right here is the button icon. It says show the button icon. It's yes. Okay. We can go ahead. We can choose a button icon. Let's just choose a cart. You can type in shopping cart. You really can type in almost anything in here. We can type in a football. But for this instance, we're going to type in cart. We're going to choose this cart right here. Now, after you choose it, you might say, well, it's not showing up. Well, that's because we have to scroll down a little bit. And it says only show icon on hover. That means it only going to show up when people hover their mouse over it like this. So if that's what you want, you can say yes. If that's not what you want and you want it to be shown at all times, you can go ahead and change that to no. Do you want the icon to be placed on the right? Do you want it to be placed on the left? Okay. Do you want the icon color to be white, red, blue, pink, anything you want? It's right here for you. And the icon can also have a shadow or nothing. It's completely up to you. We can go ahead and we can press check mark on that. And that is exactly how you customize anything on this page. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.